Did you ever meet anyone else that could do what Rabbi Kimmel does?
No. I have gone shopping back in the day because when my business was failing, I was desperate, and I have never met anybody like Rabbi Kimmel. Not anyone who can do what Rabbi Kimmel does, not anyone who can see what Rabbi Kimmel sees, but also not anybody who can make me feel good like Rabbi Kimmel can. Because Rabbi Kimmel can take into any situation, whether it be a family matter or a business matter, something that's stressing you out, but when you leave the room, you feel better, you feel understood, you feel listened to, you feel understood, and you feel better. You just walk out hopeful.
And in your case, it worked.
It always works, and sometimes it works means is that he somehow, for whatever it is, he brings us close. He brings me closer to Rabbi Shalom. At the end of the day, when I'm closer to Rabbi Shalom, things are better.
Right. That's
what he does. He makes me feel more. He makes me feel closer. Where he'll say, have more kavanah in the davening. Learn a little bit. Turn your phone off by learning. Give Rabbi Shalom an hour. Let everybody else wait. He brings me closer, but when I'm doing it, automatically I see Yeshua. It's there. I feel my tefillah is different.
Well, that's an amazing thing. Well, now sometimes that it's very hard for people to understand that a person can do these things because we're trained in this world. The world of science, we need to have proof. Or you need, another thing that you hear people say, you need a degree to do this. Where did he get his degree? Okay. So, can anybody even get such a degree? I mean, I'm asking you a facetious question.
I don't think so.
There's no degree in psychic, in being able to communicate with God. There's no. We all can do it, but it's mostly a one-way conversation.
Or we don't understand the answers.
That's right. But obviously, he's getting information from heaven that is impossible to get, and there's no college professor that can test you on this, right? No. To a person who is trained scientifically, not to believe in this type of stuff, if they would tell you this is not real, what would you say to them? How would you try to convince them?
Go meet them.
Okay, so you think only one meeting and they'll meet him and that's it?
No question.
That's it.
Because if he tells you something that and he says that nobody in the world knows, or that it's impossible that he could possibly know, but not that he doesn't guess. He doesn't maybe. He says it with such clarity, with such precision. It's as if he's standing there. It happens to me all the time. He 2 times ago I was here, and he was talking to me about my learning. So he said, "How's it going with your chavrusa?" I said, "It goes good." And he said to me, he said, "You got schmooze too much. You got to do some more learning." I said, "Okay, that's nice." And I sort of giggled, okay, so I got to work on it. And he said, then he turns around to me and goes, "And stop talking about this." And he told me the subject and what we were talking about. He said, "Stop talking about that during learning. That you can talk about after learning."
So he knew actually what I
was talking about.
Wow, he knew what the conversation was. Yeah. That's pretty good. That's not the first time he did that.
No, to me, it's already. I know already when I come in. I'm very close with him, so I'm not. I almost want to come in and I want to hear it because it just makes me a better person. So when he says something to me, or he said, he'll say to me, I came in a couple weeks ago. Things were a little bit slow, and I was talking to him about it. And he turned around to me. He goes, "Don't worry about it. 3 weeks, you're not going to be able to. You're going to be so overwhelmed. You're not going to know what to do." And he told me what areas and what kind of jobs are going to be coming in. I'm already done with those jobs, Baruch Hashem.
So he literally told you what jobs are going to come in before you even were bidding on the jobs. Yes. Would that be before you even bidded on
this? Yes. He was telling me, "Don't worry about it. This is a big job coming in. You'll probably make about X amount of dollars, and don't worry about it. You're going to be fine." So it's a little slow now. Don't worry about it. It's more time to learn.